Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you have not subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so. And God bless Biafra. Fulani Janjaweed terrorist governors cries out to fake Buhari that Fulani is about to go into extinction because their one Nigeria ideology has been rejected due to Biafra resistance. The ideology of one Nigeria in all intents of the Fulani-controlled North is one North. That is why their sons, preferable Fulani Muslims, are born to rule the indigenous tribes of Nigeria with the help of the British government and to decide who among the northern Christians they have humiliated to humility enough to serve the Fulani Caliphate interests, just as they are doing to Biafran politicians, leaders, and other Sultan politicians. That is what they are doing. They humiliate Sultan politicians and leaders to humility enough to serve the Fulani Caliphate interests. That's what they do. And that is why it is so easy for them to use Biafrans, to use Yorubas, to do their bidding. They have used Tinubu, and now they are humiliating him. They have used Rocha Sokorocha, they are humiliating him. They have used Ojus Okalo, they are humiliating him. They have used Rotimi Amechi, they are humiliating him. They have used them. They have used them, humiliated them to humility, enough to serve the Fulani Caliphate interests. You know, angry Hausa youth had to attack fake Buhari in Kano, and Buhari narrowly escaped being captured and was hurriedly shipped out of Kano city with an helicopter. There will never be peace for the wicked. Angry Hausa youth holding stones of various sizes, wielding stakes, attacked fake Buhari's convoy and helicopter as it hovered above them. Fake Buhari unleashed his heavily armed security operatives to disperse the protesting Hausa youth, and they never killed or attacked the Hausa youth who ran helter-skelter to avoid being caught. But if it were to be in Biafra, especially Southeast region, these compromised Nigerian security operatives would have opened gunfire on Biafrans and killed innocent Biafrans for exercising their rights. Fake Buhari survived the attack that the Sokoto Christian girl did not, because fake Buhari was sandwiched. He was sandwiched by the security operatives who comprised heavily armed soldiers aboard motorized Toyota Hilux and was also supported by armed mobile police special force and the Nigerian Air Force, flying their fighter jets, in the area. According to non-Fulani Northerners, they said that it was only uniform that IPOB people wore, and fake Buhari sent the entire Nigerian army to the southeast region to crush them. This resulted in the massacre of Biafrans despite IPOB being a peaceful, unarmed freedom-fighting group, whereas mass murderers and land grabbers like Fulani bandits, Boko Haram, and Islamic State terrorists were treated like kings and untouchable by the ɁXฉิ่I낳 Nigerian government. Even Tinubu created the Jagaban army to help him violently rig 2023 general election, and they launched it with uniform, but the entire Nigerian army were not sent to the southwest region. They looked the other way. But IPOB only wore uniform, and they sent the entire Nigerian army into southeast region to crush them. And Jagaban army also launched with uniform. Not even a traffic warder was sent to them. Nothing happened to them. It shows how the zoo called Nigeria is useless. Shows how useless it is. It shows the level of impunity happening in the zoo. Once you're a Biafran and you identify with IPOB, the Fulani Nigerian government marks that person as a criminal. They mark the person for death. Because they have refused to let Biafra go. The Fulani eyes are fixed on Biafra ancestral land. That is all they want. And our leader, ﷺ Nnamdi understand this. And that was why he fought so hard. He risked his own life to ensure that Biafra is free. Yet, the Fulani Janjaweed have refused to release him unconditionally. They want ₦XÍ Nnamdi to back down on Biafra restoration struggle and hand over Biafra ancestral lands to the Fulani Janjaweed. That's what they are looking for. Because the moment ₦XÍ Nnamdi renounces Biafra restoration struggle, the Fulani Janjaweed will use that as an excuse to massacre anyone that says no to them. Biafra must be restored. Our leader, ₦XÍ Nnamdi must be released. He has committed no offense. He has been set free by the Fulani courts in Nigeria. He has been set free. He's a free man. But they are holding him illegally in the zoo called Nigeria. Just because he's fighting for the freedom of his people, Biafrans. And our Biafran governors, especially Igbo governors, are keeping silent. They are not saying anything. Because of their selfish, evil interests, which is just to enrich themselves and loot our state treasury dry. But that will come to an end very soon. ﷺ has set confusion in the camp of our enemies. Anyone who can see things in the spirit will understand this. And that is why there is confusion in the zoo called Nigeria. And that is what will lead to the permanent disintegration of Nigeria, as it happened to the Soviet Union. Nobody thought that the communist Soviet was going to disintegrate. Nobody ever dreamt about it. Not even one single person. Because they were so powerful, holding all nations that formed the Soviet Union to ransom. They were holding them. And everyone was afraid to ask for freedom. But when the time came, the almighty Soviet Union disintegrated into various workable nations. Multiple workable nations. And that is what will happen to the zoo called Nigeria. And that will happen very fast. It will happen in this year, 2023. Biafra shall be restored. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. And bye-bye for now.